Why, hello there, folks. Welcome to another round of Modern. It's Dylan from Alternate Universes. On the left, we have Austin Gaber playing Black-White Stoneblade-Reanimator Shenanigans, and on the right, we have Michael Mapson playing a 5-color Creativity. Now, you'll notice that the playmats are a little bit different today. I let him use their playmats. Austin had a very convincing speech as to why he shouldn't use his playmat. And Mapson wanted to be included too. So, a little bit different background for you today. Let's talk about these decks. Black-White Stoneblade, Stoneforge Mystic, Culture Complete, Reanimating, good stuff as well. There's like a Persist package and some shenanigans in there. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's the craziest deck in the world, but Austin was 2-0 going into this round. This is round 3 of our weekly Modern tournament. This is nothing crazy, just like regular locals shenanigans. So yeah, leading on an Inquisition of Kozilek, we're going to take a look at Mapson's hand. We see 2 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, 1 Archon of Cruelty, 1 Persist, 1 Lightning Bolt, and a Fetch Land. Kept a 2-lander. Something I feel like is pretty bold with this deck, but who knows, maybe knowing Mapson, he'll curve out. It'll be fine. Now, if you don't know what 5-color Creativity does, it's basically built around the idea that you can blow up... it's built around the card Indomitable Creativity, which is 3 red X, or X 3 red. Destroy target, or X target creatures and or artifacts, and then your, the controller of those artifacts or creatures reveals cards on top of their deck until they hit a creature or artifact equal to like the number of the things that you blow up. So if you blow up 1, you find 1 creature. If you blow up 2, you find 2 creatures. And then you put those cards into play. The only card in Mapson's deck is Archon of Cruelty. That is a legal target. Mapson is currently on Twitter.
Why can't I think of what I'm trying to think of? I don't know.
I also struggled explaining what Indomitable Creativity does for the round 1 commentary, which is so funny, because it's my deck that Mapson is playing. I know what the deck does. I'm just dumb. Here comes a Stoneforge Mystic, searching the deck for Culture Complete, or Compleat, depending on who you ask. The beginning of the Phyrexian invasion.
That's my turn when you're done.
I will lightning bolt that.
Sure, it makes sense.
Culture, I feel like, has gotten significantly less scary. So, like, when it was revealed, we were all like, oh crap, the card's really good. But, like, Prismatic Ending, March of the Otherworldly Light, Leyline Binding, all really clean answers for the Germ token. Granted, they're all in white, but still. Still.
Yeah, like 20.
Pretty decent.
Okay, well, at least we know in advance.
Yeah. I'll need like 18 more.
Can be answered a couple of ways.
Try 'em. Did you write it down?
I don't know what Stonementor, Stony Blade.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like Black-White Stoneblade. Ow. Mapson did draw a land. Figuring out what exactly he wants to play here, land-wise. Goes against his team Vents. Here comes Fable the Mirror Breaker. Gonna make a 2/2 Goblin Shaman.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
That's what you should finish up.
And Goblin Shaman has an attack trigger where it makes a treasure token.
There you go.
Not jack-o'-lantern. You're right.
Austin, give it a read. This is Austin's first time playing Modern in about a year too.
17. Unless you control swamp. Okay. Castle.
It's a Castle Lockthwain. Coming in untapped because Austin controls a swamp.
You have 3 cards.
No, correct.
See Persist in his hand. Can't really tell what else. We know there's a Cauldron there too. That one we definitely do know.
I'm gonna persist my Stoneforge.
Alright, Persist target Stoneforge Mystic.
-1, -1.
Go ahead and enter with a -1/-1 counter on it, but we'll get the search for another artifact. I'm curious to see if he plays anything else other than Cauldron. Alright, does go get a Battle Skull. I feel like this is one of those decks that was like really prevalent at the beginning of Modern Horizons 2 meta.
And that would be my turn.
I remember having this build a little bit, and I remember playing against it in a couple different 1Ks at different shops.
Yeah, play the castle.
I knew you had to run something.
I wonder if Austin is playing like Griefs and Solitudes and whatnot. Alright, Fable's gonna go to 2. That's gonna be able to discard 2 cards, to discard up to 2, to draw up to 2. Drop Archon, Fable, draw 1, draw 2. Picks up a Leyline Binding. He's able to play it for 2 mana.
Gonna comment?
Sure. Is it just 2/2?
Yep.
Attacks in for 2, makes a treasure token.
Treasure. Okay.
Is it every time it attacks? Yeah. That's my 4th time reading it. What set is that from?
I don't know.
Oh.
Absent has a Teferi Time Raveler in hand, Fable the Mirror Breaker, Leyline Binding, and I'm not sure what the other card is. It looks like a Persist, actually. Oh, nope, definitely not a Persist. It's a Prismari Command.
2 damage there.
Speaking of Prismari Command,
Draw 2, discard.
modes are going to be deal 2, and I think we're drawing 2, discarding 2. Yep. Picks up Shadow Prophecy and a fetch land?
When that flips, is it just
Yeah, it looks like Scalding Tarn.
Or what's its effect?
Cost 1. It's a 2/2. It's a 2/2, and it costs 1 to tap it.
To do the Kiki Jiki thing? Okay. That's pretty good.
It does not have haste.
No. Gotcha.
So I think you discard the Fable. I think you keep the land and the Shadow Prophecy. The question is, do you Teferi
I don't regret actually picking those modes.
It's good for me, right?
discards the land? Okay. Keeps Teferi, Leyline Binding, and Shadow Prophecy.
Draw.
Maybe that was wrong. Yeah, I was probably supposed
Just
to.
gonna play a plain old swamp.
Yep. Yeah, I think I fucked up.
Oh my god.
Well, he does not exactly have
I had a reason.
all domain sources. He can end step next turn cast the Shadow Prophecy, except it's probably going to get off these.
Well,
Is that or the Binding, right?
it's another new card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's an argument for Teferi too. All very good cards. Honestly, Shadow Prophecy, if you haven't played with it yet, I do really recommend it. The first time I cast it, I was kind of meh about it. It's like, it's okay. And then the more and more I've been able to cast the card, I'm like, wow, this card's actually just great.
Oh, old Teferi. And then
I thought about casting Teferi that turn and just
Very
bouncing your Stoneforge Mystic.
good.
Or letting you put the thing
Yep,
in
takes the
play.
I
Prophecy.
think I tapped you. I think we just take
Right?
Teferi.
The Prophecy disappeared. Okay. No, it takes the Teferi, leaves Prophecy and
And then
Binding in hand.
I do here. Just do it now. Yeah, I think I just do it now. Yeah, 1,
Okay, white and black. Collective Brutality.
Get rid of burial rights.
Going to
-1,
escalate it,
-2,
discarding on a
get
burial
rid of
rights.
instant. Or they
Going to make maps and discard
yeah. Get rid of the instant.
the
Alright, that is my turn.
Shadow Prophecy. Wow, I wanted to say Shadow of Doubt. And kill the token.
Not keeping the land.
Got a draw.
Flips.
Yeah.
Flip the Fable.
Just 2/2 with the Kiki.
Alright, there's a Ren 6. Fantastic draw for turn. Going to plus. Picks up the Scalding Tarn. Just gonna pass the turn.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, brother. I'm young. Life
I'm
treating
good.
you well?
How are you?
Good.
How about you?
Hanging out. Doing some stuff. Will I see you on the 5th?
Now, folks,
I do not believe
if you have a question about Mapson's Mat, it is the Dark Depths podcast, which
I didn't take off work, but
we at AU are big fans of. It is co-hosted by Michael Mapson and Billy Mitchell, two wonderful people. We definitely recommend listening to their content, where they talk about the modern and legacy formats. Though they have been talking about Pioneer a little bit lately, so if you like that format too, there's some good stuff for you there too. But it's great. They like chit chat. They talk about events that have happened, what events they've gone to. It's a good time. Comes a dwarf of mine. Gonna make a dwarf.
this will be my dwarf.
Also reanimating that Stoneforge Mystic.
It's just a 1/1, nothing else. Yeah.
The idea was 4 Venoms for 4 dwarves. Misplayed by not getting the goblin, like green goblin, to be the goblin token.
That's a good one.
Let me guess.
Looks like Mapson has a transmogrify in here.
I'm actually going to shock.
Kuzin gets a Blood Crypt. Shocking his way down to 12 life.
You're good.
Is a transmogrify.
What's that do?
Gets rid of our token friend. And goes and finds and turns him into an Archonic royalty.
Oh, okay. Which I'm pretty sure I know you're gonna grab. Just 1 Archon, yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Then effect would go through. Okay. So this goes bye-bye.
Double checking to see if transmogrify shuffles or bottom decks or whatnot. It shuffles.
So I will discard.
I think that's where the thing that I like about this deck more than the Cascade decks is it Cascade randomizes to the bottom of your deck. This one just shuffles. I feel like shuffle effects are just strong in general.
Draw a card? Yeah, you draw a card and gain 3.
I'm going to copy
Oh.
the Archon.
Right.
It's going to make a copy of the Archon.
And then it
The
gives
Archon
you
will
a
have haste. And then
Alright,
this
that's
will be
cute.
the death of Austin for this game. Alright, Maps will be taking game 1.
Should not have
And
taken
then we'll be
starting
right back with game 2 in like
But I kinda
5
stopped a little
seconds.
bit to the top deck.
It was 3 seconds. But hey! We're in game 2 with Austin on the play, leading on a Marsh Flats. Playing a Bloodstained Mire, accidentally tapping it. It's all good, we've all been there. Austin's gonna fetch.
I bet you don't know when I'm about to get there.
I wonder if he plays an off-color Triumph.
You're going to get
Like if he plays like Indatha or something. I think Indatha's
trying to think of
the
the
Esper
name
one.
of it.
No. Esper is Rafine's Tower.
It's not the right
Botanical
one.
Garden.
What's Indatha? That's not the point. Yeah, I wonder if he does. I wonder if he plays Prismatic Ending at all. But I wouldn't be surprised if he played
It's
a
not arena. It has to be a modern legal, right?
Rafine's Tower in order to get like a 3rd pip.
He's like conjuring your deck, whatever the keyword is.
Do we go to...
Yeah, fetch it with the Bloodstained Mire.
Let's do 18, yeah, I don't know.
Stoneforge? You're
Just getting a
probably
basic swamp.
Find out.
Stoneforge showing the shuffle.
Yeah, it's Stoneforge.
I don't know if the
Okay.
bar or my microphone just like lagged for a second there, or if you guys just did not hear me for a second.
Just so good, he's guessing.
But who knows? You folks know. Alright, Stoneforge investigating culture complete. Keyword soup, the artifact.
Oh, that is going to my mind. Oh, you're fetching. 19. Was he looking for a counter? No, he won the first game.
Alright, doesn't get to take catch or triumph. That is the Teamer 1, or red, green, blue, if anyone's curious.
Can you see face of that, or just like the board and the cards?
Just the board in your hand, like
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense.
you can do what one of our friends did, stick your face in the camera.
Just play like this.
Yeah. You know, he like leaned in, looked up at the camera.
That's funny.
Looks like Maps decided to test the talents for this game. Which is interesting. I mean, it hits Thoughtseize pretty well. Plays a Scalding turn. Passes the turn. Folks, what decks are you jamming in Modern right now? Tell me in the comments below. What are you playing? And oh, there's a Thoughtseize. Looks like we're going to test the talent set Thoughtseize. Yes, indeed. Now, while
I don't know what that does.
Test of Talents gets explained to Austin, as well as Mapson doing the whole surgical the Thoughtseizes thing.
Gotcha.
This is a great time for me to ask if you could just like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the YouTuber thing that we have to say.
A nice surgical extraction.
We would greatly appreciate it, especially the liking and commenting.
Okay.
It's weird. The YouTube algorithm, while subscribers matter and we care about every single one of you, and I appreciate it if you subscribe.
Gotcha.
The YouTube algorithm pumps you up higher nowadays if you have more likes and comments on your video. The YouTube algorithm is a monster of a thing. If any of you have experimented with creating on YouTube, it changes all the time, and it is
It's 3 or 4 that I run.
an impressive piece of technology. I'll bet a little scary.
And I'm gonna end up after that.
But that's not the point. Oh, there's an Archon in Austin's deck. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what his other reanimation targets are. There's Unmarked Grave. Makes sense. Priest of Fell Rates.
Oh, I draw a card for each.
That you take from your hand.
Oh.
Unmarked Grave.
It'd be bad if you just drew for
What a card.
For my hand.
You have one in your hand.
You can do some cool things with it.
wouldn't take. I don't really love being thoughts.
Oh, you don't have to take them? Or...
No.
He can choose to fail.
Stoneforge.
Right.
Probably activating this turn to put Cauldron into play.
Okay.
Let's see if Mapson can race the Cauldron complete.
I mean, probably, right? All he has to do is get an Archon into play. And I think he wins that race every time.
How many are there? 2 or 3?
As one of the few keywords
And they're all exiled?
Culture does not have is flying.
Oh. No call seasons. Still at Inquisition. Do you want to write these down or? No? Or, yeah?
Okay.
Alright, that was a turn. And then also.
Alright, Stoneforge activating. Here comes Cauldron. Going to attack in for 5.
I go to 13.
I go to 17.
Or the Germ will attack in for
And
5.
Put a token as the germ, and you can go. Or dice is the germ.
That's a drew an archon for turn. There's Ren in hand, Rogren Triome.
It's an interesting card. I like that. That reveal. Good
Looks
answer.
like he has creativity as well. Speaking of creativity, the price spike that creativity has seen over the last month is absurd. I don't know if any of you folks follow like just card prices. When I bought my playset of creativities, they were like anywhere from $4 to $10 each, depending on like when I bought them. Now they are $35 a piece. And with no reasonable reprint coming in sight, I could see it climb a little bit higher. I don't know about how much higher, but a little bit more, for sure. Especially if the deck just continues to be as good as it is. Alright, plays Rogren Triumph. Does not play red and 6. Opposing interaction.
Kaya.
Plays a Kaya. Orzhov Ursu? Super? Oh no.
Urge, get rid of your.
I know the Kaya. What is the title for Kaya?
Combat 6.
It's the one that would uptake exile card from graveyard.
Correct. And now I will pass turn.
Okay. And you paid one?
Oh, not Ghost
I paid
Kaya.
16.
Okay.
Ah, it is in fact Orzhov or Super.
Where were you last turn?
Super. I think that's correct. Yep. Exile the 2 cards from a single graveyard. You gain 2 life if at least one creature card is exiled this way. -1, exile target non-land permanent with CMC 1 or less. -5, Kaya deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in exile, and you gain that much life.
Alright.
Here's an Archon coming into play.
In response, I'm just going to fetch. Well, is it saying?
Austin, just resolving the trigger.
Before I get shuffled.
No.
Are you fetching?
Just get a shrine out of that.
Austin will have to sack a creature
Yeah, it stays on the field.
or a planeswalker here.
I got a big dude who can kill Archon. There you go.
You get a 15.
I'm at 15.
Fetch, and then the trigger happens.
I will lose 3. I sacrifice 1, will be this. And then I discard
Alright, that's
which
gets the
will
draw
be
card.
Emissary. Okay. And then you gain
Pretty
3.
big. Discards, oh no, what is that card's name? Sarah's Emissary. Wow, blank. Super hard. It was one of the creatures in one of the first versions of Creativity that was played. It was Emrakul and Sarah's Emissary. Oh, you would just have protection from things. There's a Priest of Fell Rights here. Going to plus with Kaya.
For those in the yard.
Exiling 2 cards from Absence Graveyard.
That's whenever
Going to pay a life for the silent clearing activation.
I'm gonna boss use you.
Collective Brutality. Going to take a look at Mapson's hand. Gets to rip a card. Looks like he's debating between Veil of Summer and Lightning Bolt. Either one of these are very good cards to take out of Mapson's hand. However, Lightning Bolt does kill him, so
And then I will swing in for 5.
because the Archon will do 9 damage on its attack.
And your turn.
Giving Kaya a read real quick.
I just gain life.
No,
I know, deals
I
damage
lose
to
life.
player equals up. Yeah. So you have 4. Yeah, you would take 4 cards in exile.
Right.
Then I gain 4 life too. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, if I don't get rid of Bolt, I lose. Forgot about that.
Comment.
Yeah. So yeah, discard. I lose 3.
Okay, there's the Archon attack.
So I'll go to 2. gain 3.
Austin goes down to 2. Mapson goes up to 8.
Yep. And triggers.
Yeah, and you'll draw.
Well, like the sack trigger.
Oh, yeah, right. I have to sack.
Gonna resolve the trigger. Sacrifice the priest.
Unearth for 5.
Yeah, I like missed the unearth.
Okay, then you draw.
Draws
I
the
already
card.
gained 8. We'll take it to 9.
Alright, passes the turn. This game looks like it should be locked up for Mapson. Going to ult Kaya. And unfortunately, it does have to target Mapson, so he can cast Veil Summer here to gain Hexproof from black and blue.
Okay.
I don't draw a card.
Yeah.
Mapson will not gain any life from it, as it does not resolve the trigger.
Exile.
It's going to cast Vanishing Verse, targeting the Archon,
I will.
which will get Flusterstormed.
Can I pay 2?
It has a spell number 3.
3 spells.
Right.
This, and that.
Right. I guess I should have waited.
Austin will be unable to pay for the Flusterstorm copies.
Then you pretty much.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, 'cause I would swing 5, you get a 3.
I'm going to attack him for
Nothing else I can
5.
do. Yeah, you win. Here you go. Yeah, I guess I should have waited till his turn.
And that'll be the end of the match. Maps will be taking 2-0 with 5-color creativity over Austin Gaver on Black White Stoneblade / Reanimator.
Couldn't have flustered.
Thank you for watching, folks, and have a great rest of your day.